Hello guys, today we're talking about 2010 AMC10B number 24. High school basketball game between the Raiders and the Wildcats was tied at end in the first quarter. Number points scored by the Raiders in each of the four quarters for an increasing geometric sequence, and the Wildcats for an increasing arithmetic sequence. And in the fourth quarter, Raiders won by 1 point. Neither team scored more than 100 points. What's the total number of teams scored by two teams in the first half? So we can organize this by drawing a table. So we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And here we have the Raiders and we have the Wildcats. So quarter 1, let's say the Raiders scored X amount. And since the Wildcats, they were tied at the end of the first quarter, the Wildcats also scored X points. Here's things we're going to pick up. The Raiders form an arithmetic increasing geometric sequence. So they start XR squared, XR cubed. And while the Wildcats, they still grow at a steady pace. X plus A, X plus 2A, X plus 3A. So then the Raiders scored a total of X, factoring out 1 plus R squared plus R cubed. And the Wildcats scored 4X plus 6A. So we notice that no team scored more than 100 points. So R has to be less than 4 here. Because if R is 5, this is 125. This is not going to work. So we can start testing out values, really. Because there's only 4 possible values, and R can't be 1, because then it's an increasing geometric sequence. So there's only 3 cases. Case 1, or we don't even have to call this case. So none 1. If R is 4. If R is 4, then 64 plus 16 plus 4 plus 1 is 85. So we have 85x is equal to 4x plus 6a plus 1, because the Raiders won by 1 point. This 81x is equal to 6a plus 1. So we can see that x has to be 1 in this case, or else it'll be over. So 81 is equal to 6a plus 1. This means that 80 is equal to 6a. And a has to be an integer. So this is impossible, because 80 is not divisible by 6. So we can eliminate the possibility of this. Let me just draw a line down. Okay, so case number 2. If R is 3. If R is 3, then we get 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus 1, which is 40. That's 40, then 40x is equal to 4x plus 6a. 1. We immediately realize this is not right, because 40 times x is always going to be an even number. 4 times x is always going to be an even number. 6 times a is always going to be an even number. But 1 is odd. So even cannot equal odd. So this is already eliminated. We don't even have to check. Now lastly, R has to be 4. Sorry, not 4. Since R is 2, we can conclude that 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is, I believe, 15. So then we equate them, and 15x is equal to 4x plus 6a plus 1. This is 11x is equal to 8a, 6a plus 1. So 11x minus 1 is equal to 6a. So we can just start doing trial and error. Because since 15x is less than this, x has to be less than or equal to 6. So again, there's not that many possible cases, only 6. So 66 minus 165, which is obviously does not work. But 55 minus 1 is 54. 54 is divisible by 6a. So there we go. So we have x is equal to 5, r is equal to 2, as you can see up here. And we know a is equal to 9. Since we're only trying to find the total number of points scored in the first half, which is this, then we could see, summing them up, we get 2x plus xr plus x plus a. So plugging this in, we get 10 plus 10 plus 14. So our answer is 34. And is 34 one of our options? Yep, E. And that is your answer.